Welcome to Dancing with Time, hosted by Beth and me, Patti Teal. This podcast is all about self-care, inspiring and supporting each other to live our essential nature, which is timeless. I'm not young, I'm not old, I just am. Join us for conversation, movement, and meditation. Let's get started.
Well, hi there, everybody. Welcome to our weekly session of Dancing with Time, the Joy of Self-Care with me, Beth and my beautiful co-host on opposite coasts in Florida, Patti Teal. Hi, Patti.
Hi there. Hi, everybody.
Hi. Could you give us our topics in your words and my words and what came up for us?
Yeah, we were texting back and forth, and you said, I don't have anything specific, just working on perceptions from the past, not entering into my present, and how to do that. And then I kind of agreed. I said, yes, work on not letting the past define your future. Sounds great.
Right. Okay, so that's our topic. Why don't you start off today with some of your thoughts on that?
Okay, well, I looked up some quotes, Beth, and I found some good ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
One woman named Sherry Moraga said, and this quote you may have heard of before, don't let the past steal your present.
Uh-huh.
And then Mark Twain said, the past doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. And I notice in my life, I have these recurring challenges through the years, and they are similar, I have to say. So they rhyme. They're not exactly the same, but it's like, oh, here we go again. I kind of recognize this. So I want to put an end to some of these old patterns so that I don't have these recurring issues.
Right. Any ideas on structuring that or what to do? Is it it obviously has to do with catching the thought when they happen, knowing what it is, and then like stopping it when
And
the
I
pattern
think it
comes up.
goes even deeper, Beth. I
Okay.
think that there's some underlying beliefs that you sometimes don't even realize that you have. So it might be something like, I've never been really good at making money. It could be something like that. And sometimes you don't even know it's there. That's the frustrating thing. So you really have to um, go deep to find out what it is that's holding you back.
Well, I think the methodology, right, is just like if you're thinking something that doesn't feel good, or if you notice congestion in your life in any area, then obviously, well, if you adhere to the thing that you can create your own life and your thoughts do create the reality around you, then it's not new. You have to go like, okay, what belief do I have? And what's my gain in staying in this same place? Do I enjoy the familiar?
Absolutely, I think there's no gain in it. I really don't. I remember some years back. So this has kind of been a deep one for me.
Yeah.
I was at a friend's out of town visiting a friend, and she has many, 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 many millions of dollars. But we were going through her private club's spa, and it was so opulent. And I remember catching myself thinking, like, I don't deserve this. I don't belong here. And it was kind of a surprise to me, but I recognized it that day. So I think some of these things, that's the scary part, or the problematic part is sometimes I think we have these thoughts that we don't even recognize that are there.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the beauty of journaling and soul, looking really taking charge of your own life. And those things, I think we talked about this last week, those things that don't feel good are really your guideposts to finding what your true direction and your true nature is, which is wholeness. I found myself looking at three things that to transform within myself, and that one was let's see, there was, am I worthy, am I worthiness, am I worthy, am I deserving, and am I safe? I think those are the three I have to remember, but something like, yeah, here they are. Okay. No, here they are. And I went through these in my mind because these are all kind of at the core of that, of the value thing. Like I went, am I loved? And like, okay, and because somewhere along the line you believe that you're not innately loved, it's come from past somewhere else. So I had to go really stop and look at all the places I'm loved and really focus on that until I got some deep knowledge that, oh yeah, I am loved. I'm loved by being alive. I'm loved by my heart beating, by being part of the universe, by being part of the spectrum of everything that is. And I really got, and do I love myself? Am I in love with myself? So I pondered that a lot. Am I loved? This is all about those questions of value, well, that we explore in my Who Am I Now course that
Right. You
you'll be
start
able to
with that
take.
one, in fact.
I
Yeah.
start with that one. It's
Mm-hmm.
so huge. It's so
Right.
huge. And then I went, am I worthy? Am I worthy? Because that's like where you are. And then I got it took a long, maybe I pondered it for days or a couple of days. Am I worthy? Where do I get my worth? If it's not my accomplishments. Am I worthy just from like being this, if I am loved? Oh, the other thing about love, am I loved? I started really tuning in to all the love that's just in around me. Like the plants exude love, and the air and the breeze exudes love, and nature exudes love. So if I am living in a field of love, therefore I must be love as well, and therefore I must be loved. So I really tried to expand out of my shell and feel the love that is everywhere, because even physics says it's an interconnected universe. Everything's unified, molecularly or quantumly. And so if it's unity, then that's love. So am I loved? I pondered that. Am I worthy? I got through that pretty well. And then it was number 3, am I safe? Those are the 3 things. And, I'm still kind of working with the am I safe thing a little bit. But all those tie together, I think. Those 3 things just came to me as places to explore. And yeah, I am safe, really. Or if you're in the flow of life, you're safe.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. What do you think about those, Patty, as an underlying causation of letting the past limit us?
I think they're really great, Beth. And something else came to me, kind of goes with am I loved, but
Uh-huh.
it's am I seen? Am I really
Yeah.
seen,
Uh-huh.
who I truly am? Because sometimes I definitely feel needed by my family, but that's not quite the same thing as loved for who the soul of you is.
Yes.
So,
And
um,
seen. And
mm-hmm,
I've heard that that's something we have to do for ourselves, like fall madly in love with yourself. And I've done that a
mm-hmm.
few times the last week or so. I'm going like, wow, yeah, I I really I'm in love with you. Look at all this.
That's really lovely. Yeah.
Even though
There's
I'm such a, you know, F up, or and even though I make so many mistakes in life, I've got to go like, well, that's just part of the flow of learning where I want to go and where I don't want to go, and what I do want and where I don't want. And actually, it's so funny because an artist, there's no such thing as mistakes. I'm like in there pitching all the time, like, oh, that didn't work out. Yeah, let me try this color. That didn't work
mhm.
out. Let me try this movement instead. Let me alter that a little bit. And that's the artistic process. And sometimes in my own life, when I think about myself, I'm not in that flow. Like, yeah, okay, that's cool. That didn't work out. Let's try that. But
Mhm.
so that's another approach. Remember that your every moment is a creative process, and you got to love yourself for just being in the game.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Yeah. There's a funny story. I don't know how it ties in, but I actually was with
Probably.
somebody, my adult daughter, but we had gone out to dinner and then we went to a store and she ran in. We had the dogs with us and she came back and she put her packages in the car. And I thought she had gotten in the car, but I didn't notice that she hadn't. She was taking her cart back and I drove away.
That's cute.
I know. I'm like talking to her, and I'm like, gosh, where's your mind? You're not even answering me. You must be distracted. And
Oh, that's
I,
very
I
funny.
put my hand back. I'm like, there's nobody there. So of course I turned around and got her, but it was like I couldn't even believe I did that.
Well, it's adorable. You have to say, aren't I'm so adorable.
So adorable.
So
Yeah.
adorable. And were the dogs back with her too, or the dogs were,
Yeah,
yeah,
the dogs were in
everybody.
the back seat, and they didn't tell me. I blamed it on them. They should have at least barked or something like, we're leaving somebody. Yeah.
Exactly. So there you go. And then let's see how that it does pertain, because you got to go like uh
I'm
that.
not perfect, obviously.
No, who cares? Like, really. But then other things for the past, it's just like whenever you don't feel good. I think the other thing that's very helpful, and it's something that we do in our course too, is define your dream and define what you really want in life. So often when you do that, you'll go like, wait a minute, that's not my dream. That's my old identity. It's that thing about identities. That's who I
Mm-hmm.
used to be. That's not
Right.
who I desire to be or who I practice to be in the moment. Like a good in the moment exercise for you after you left your daughter in the parking lot would be like, in the moment, oh, I'm adorable. Wasn't that fun? Wasn't that fun in the moment, Oh yeah, because you believe you're someone who's worthy and is worthy of, being whoever you are.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is perfect? We have to make that up too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that having some sort of dream so that you can, not that you're living in the future all the time, but just so that you have something to show you what you're are. And so when what you're not comes up from who you have been and who you want to evolve from, you can go like, wait a minute, just notice in the moment. Let me shift that. There's so much about focusing in the moment, and feeling in the moment. We always keep going back to the moment. Wait, I felt that in the moment. Oh, I don't want to feel unworthy. I'm worthy, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And you can go way back in your past and figure out where you were, you first got your unworthy impulses and all, but it doesn't really help as much as refocusing
You might be
on
right.
on what
Yeah.
you do want,
Mm-hmm. And take stock of your dreams too, because mine have certainly changed from 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, if you were on automatic pilot, you might not even realize it, but they're
Yeah.
not the same.
No.
So that's very important.
Okay, so go back to our topic. Can you tell us tell me our topic again so I
Yes,
can
it's about the past, not hijacking
your now
your,
moment.
hmm
Your now moment,
and
right?
therefore your future.
Yeah,
So,
and therefore your future. Exactly.
hmm
So
yeah.
I think those are all good things. I think those are really all good points. Like if you're feeling uncomfortable or about a situation and you're feeling like that's not who I want to be anymore, you can say to yourself, am I loved? Yes. Am I worthy? Yes. Am I safe? Yes. What do I want in the now moment? Oh, I want to be someone who um, is always attuned to the abundance around me or the love around me, or I want to be someone who always knows that they're seen because I see myself, and most likely the all that is, or the interconnectedness of the universe, because I'm seen. And whatever you want to say to yourself. And so those are good. And then you feel better in the moment, which is the whole purpose. And then the next moment comes where you're having some contrasts and you go like, oh, wait a minute, then you have to shift.
And if
So
you keep doing that, then the past is not able to hijack you as well.
no, not I'm sure it possibly comes in, but not nearly as thoroughly. You're not being run. That's what and I noticed too, Betty, that throughout the day I have just got to, like, I was taking a walk up a trail yesterday, and my brain about this project that I'm doing, this public art thing, it was like, man, this person, man, that meeting, and I had to go, stop, just stop in the moment and breathe. And didn't you just tell yourself that all those plants that you're surrounded with are constantly exuding the vibration of love? And I just like stopped. I was stunned. And the lighting was beautiful, and there were palm trees and all these layers of plants and sunshine and, you know, some wildflowers. And I'm going like, I totally would have missed that. Like
Mhm.
if I didn't just stop nattering and put myself in the moment. So these are all, you know, consciousness techniques. We just have to be aware, because our
Mhm.
minds will be going on and on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, anything else that you'd like to add to our little
No, Beth, I
improvised
think
discussion?
yes, you made some very good points, and I want to integrate those. And as you said,
Me
a
too.
lot of the techniques that we do and that you teach and that you wrote about, whether it's meditation or exercise, uh, being out in nature, those are things that will ground you and bring you back to yourself and your present.
That's right. And that's why we're going to have our movement and meditation segments right now, like we do
Absolutely.
every week. And don't forget to subscribe. Please tell your friends to join us. We'd love to hear from y'all. We're on YouTube if you want to watch us at Dancing with Time, The Joy of Self-Care. Or you can find us in the audio version on many national portals like Spotify and Amazon Audible. There's a whole list of them that we will put out, and please leave your comments. So,
Yes, we want your ideas and thoughts and insights as well.
yes, we do. Well, on that happy note, Patty, you can sign off, and I will
Okay.
get my my little boombox out, and we'll do a few moments of movement before the meditation. So I'm going to
Sounds
pause the
good.
recording briefly, and I'll meet you in the dance studio. All right, here we go.
Bye.
Bye. Well, hello again. Are you ready for your mood? So, our theme once again was being in the now, feeling good about ourselves. So, we're just going to put on a funky little fun tune and do a little movement. Just, I'm sure you're cozy today. Look, I'm all cozy in cozy clothes. Stretch a little. Let's just do this song, shall we? Here we go. Yeah. Can you hear that? And I like to start out with a little full body, little bounce, little stretch, side to side. I'm kind of moving all around in this space, just getting a feel of this little space all around me. Moving from my waist, side to side, little bounce, arms out, little hip action, little reach, bringing that elbow into your body, into the side. That's right. Give me a little kick. Woo! I like it. Now a reach and a pull in. Reach to the side, pull the elbows into your body. Shift your weight from one side to the other. And if you're on audio and you can't figure out what I'm doing here, do your own thing, as long as you get up and move, or stay seated and move. Yeah, you can do it right from your chair. Woo! Plenty of action right from the chair. Feels really good too. Woo! Exactly. All right, I'm back up. My little bounce. And of course we need to breathe. So breathing in, pressing the air out. In and out. In and out. In and out. Let's go over like it. Let's go to the other side, do a side stretch. Kind of a pulse with both hands. And then a little waist stretch, up and back. Yeah. Oh. Let's lift our legs now, our knees. Get kind of a full body thing happening here. Warming up those legs. Take them out to the side. Little kick. Little kick. And a little bit of a feet turned out, wide stance, just up and down, getting all these muscles happening. Down and up. Take it to the side. If that's too fast or too much, you can do everything nice and slow. All right, a little funky walk. And pull back with the elbows. And up. What do we got? All right, time for us to cool it down a little bit. Show your neck going all the way around one direction and all the way around the other direction. Arms to the back, lifting. Up. Pull those out if you can. Good. Now gently bring your elbows to the side and remember you're breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. In and out. One circle with your arm. Breathing in, exhaling down. Another circle, breathing in, exhaling down. In and down. Let's do a few nice little twists. And take a few seconds just to be in the moment. Whatever you want. Yeah. Woo! And a breath. Ha! Bravo! Really, really, really good. That was amazing. Thank you, and stay tuned for Patty's meditation. It's coming right up. Here we go.
Sit or lie down in a comfortable position with your palms facing upward. Scan your body for any areas of tension or tightness and purposefully relax those areas. Pay attention to your face, relaxing your jaw, your eyes, and your forehead. Now that your body and face are relaxed, pay attention to your breath. Just breathe naturally, enjoying the present moment. Feel the weight of your body supported, grounded in the here and now. Gently acknowledge the past and how it has shaped you. Some of it, like being loved and encouraged, was no doubt empowering. But most of us also hold on to the experiences that made us feel less than, or carry a story about what we're not good at or even incapable of doing. Your past experiences have shaped you, but they do not need to define your future. Imagine placing any negative stories you've told yourself into a box. See yourself closing the lid. The past will no longer control your path forward. Breathe in and gather the exciting possibilities for your future. Breathe out and let go of any negativity from your past. Breathe in, gathering possibilities. Breathing out and letting go of all limiting beliefs from your past. Take a few more deep breaths, feeling your heart open and your mind clear. Feel the spaciousness inside, the openness, the lightness, a magical energy that is now ready for a new beginning. With your next breath, open yourself to a fresh start. Feel a sense of renewal and possibility flowing through you. Embrace the freedom to create the future you desire. Repeat silently to yourself, I am free from my past. I am free to begin anew. When you're ready, gently wiggle your fingers and toes and slowly open your eyes, carrying this fresh start with you into your day.